How do you create a powerful chess attack with a sacrifice? Have you ever wondered how a single sacrifice can turn the tide of a chess game? Creating a powerful chess attack using a sacrifice involves giving up material, like a pawn or piece, to gain a strong position or tempo. The goal is to open lines, weaken your opponent's king position, or improve your piece activity. This strategy can lead to a decisive advantage in the game. To build such an attack in the middle game, start by identifying weaknesses around your opponent's king. Look for exposed pawns, especially on squares like g7, h7, or f7 if the king is castled kingside. Sacrifices often target these weak points to break open the king's shelter and launch a direct assault. Next, ensure good piece coordination. Before making a sacrifice, position your pieces, especially the queen, rooks, and knights, so they can quickly reach attacking squares. For example, if you plan to sacrifice a bishop on h7, make sure your queen and rook can invade the h-file or nearby squares to maintain pressure on the opponent. Calculating tactical sequences is essential. You need to foresee your opponent's responses and ensure your attack continues with threats like checks, pins, or forks. The sacrifice should lead to a force sequence that either wins material back or delivers checkmate. There are common sacrifices in the middle game to consider. One is the bishop sacrifice on h7, known as the Greek gift. This involves sacrificing a bishop next to the opponent's king to drag it out and open lines for your queen and rook. Another option is the double bishop sacrifice, where you sacrifice both bishops on squares like h7 and g7 to shatter the king's defenses. This requires careful calculation and precise follow-up. An exchange sacrifice is another tactic, where you give up a rook for a minor piece to weaken the opponent's pawn structure or open lines for an attack. Using open files and diagonals is vital. Sacrifices often create open files for rooks or diagonals for bishops and queens. Controlling these lines is essential to sustain the attack and prevent the opponent from regrouping. After making a sacrifice, evaluate the position. Consider if it leads to a direct attack on the king with mating threats, significant material or positional advantage, or forces the opponent's king into a vulnerable position. Before committing to a sacrifice, ask yourself a few questions. Is the opponent's king sufficiently exposed or poorly defended? Can your queen and rooks quickly join the attack? Are there follow-up moves that maintain the initiative? Does the sacrifice disrupt the opponent's coordination or pawn structure? By combining these elements, targeting weaknesses, coordinating your pieces, calculating accurately, and controlling key lines, you can create a powerful attack that justifies the sacrifice and can lead to a decisive advantage or checkmate.